guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 1, Chapter 6.5 Notes. Today we're talking about graphing linear inequalities with two variables. Our learning target today is to be able to graph linear inequalities with two variables on the x, y coordinate plane. Okay, so instead of a linear inequality with just one, now we're going to have both the x and y. So our inequality must be written in slope-intercept form, which is y mx plus b, and here, that's where we're going to put the inequality, okay? And that inequality is going to give us a ton of information, okay? So, we are going to be graphing linear inequalities. Linear inequalities looks a lot like the word line, okay? Now, we're going to have two different types of lines here. We can either have a dashed line, which are open points, okay? So open points are the less than or greater than symbol. The solid line or the closed points is the less than or equal to or greater than or equal to signs, okay? Just like the one variable inequalities that we were doing on a number line, okay? Now the only difference is we're going to be either shading below a line or above the line, and if it's below the line, those are going to be the less than symbols, okay? And if it's greater than, that's when we shade above, okay? So all of this information is very important, so refer back to this as we're going through the notes, okay? All right, number one. Graph the following inequality on the coordinate plane. Y is less than 1/2 x minus 5. Okay, so just like all the other ones, the first thing we need to know is our slope and the y-intercept. Okay, that all is still the same. Now, is it solid or dashed? Okay, this is a less than symbol, which is open. So if it's opened, it's going to be dashed. The symbol is less than, okay? So a less than symbol means we have to shade below, okay? So now doing all of this information, we're going to start our graph. Now, watch very carefully how we do this. So at -5, we're drawing the open circle, okay? And then our slope is 1/2. And where each one of those points, instead of a point, we're doing an open circle. And that is only because of the less than symbol. And it's dashed, so we're putting a dashed line there. And then it's line, so we have to add our arrows. Okay? Now, the next part, we said that we had to shade below. That's what we have up here. You can't see it on my screen. So I need to shade everything below here. So what you're going to do is just color all of that in. Okay? And that's what this looks like. Okay? So if we're asking ourselves what answers are to this, or what a solution is, 0, 0, a solution, which is right here. Okay? No, because it's not shaded in. What about 5, -5? 5, -5 is right here. Yeah, because it's shaded inside. Okay? Now, what about 6, -2? So 6, -2 would be right here. And no, okay, because it's an open circle. Remember, open circles are not included in our solution set. All right, let's move on to number 2. Okay, we need to know the slope, which is negative 3 over 1. The y-intercept is 0, 7. Remember that we get the slope right there. The y-intercept is right there. Solid or dashed, this is a closed because the line's underneath it, which means it's solid. Okay, this is greater than is above. Okay, so now this is going to be just like any other line. Okay, we're starting at 7. Oh, that's not 7. And we follow the slope. We go down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1. 1, 2, 3, and then continue it up there. And then we have to draw our line. And now this says that we have to shade above, so anything above the line can be an answer. Okay? So remember, we're getting all of this information pretty much just from what the inequality symbol is. Okay? Let's do one more together. So, our slope, negative 3 over 4. Our y-intercept is 0, 9. Looking at the symbol, that's open, which means dashed, and it's greater than, so that means above. So it's open at 9, so we got to make sure to draw the circle. And then we go down 3 over 4. Down 3 over 4. Okay? And since this is dashed, you have to make sure to make dashed lines. And then we shade everything above. Okay. Number 4, we're going to do this in 2 parts. First, pause the video and do the top, and then you'll pause it again and you'll do the graph. Okay? So, first pause. Go for it. Okay, so the slope was 3 over 2. The y-intercept is 0, negative 4. It's closed because of the line underneath it, and it's less than, so you shade below. All right, go ahead and draw your graph. Let's see how you do. Pause the video, please. Alrighty, and there's the line. Okay. So we had to shade below, and it's a solid line, so that's exactly what it should look like. Let's go ahead and flip it over. Now 5 and 6 are all on your own. Pause the video once you are done with both problems. Okay? Good luck. All right, there you go. So, got to make sure to pay attention to the signs. It's a negative, so it's going down. Solid, and we shade below. Okay, number 6. It's a positive slope starting at negative 6. We're dashed, and we shade above. Alrighty. Now we're doing problems where the y is not by itself. Okay, to be in slope-intercept form, it has to be y mx plus b with our symbol in the middle. Okay, so for these, we have to solve for y. So there's the y right there. Let's solve for it. Got to subtract the 2x first. And you get negative 3y is less than negative 2x plus 12. Now you have to divide by negative 3. You get y 2/3 x minus 4. Now, which way is the inequality symbol pointing? Now, who remembered the rule that when you divide by negative, you have to flip that sign, okay? Because that changes everything, right? Our slope is 2/3. Our y-intercept is 0, -4. It's dashed, and then we shade above because it's a greater than symbol, okay? It's dashed because it's open, okay? So at -4 we start, up 2/3, up 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then continue the pattern. Okay, it's a dashed line, so I'm marking our dashes. And it's greater than, so that means we shade above. Okay, last one. Okay, so we add the 5x to both sides. We get 2y less than or equal to 5x plus 8. We have to divide everything by 2. And since we're dividing by a positive, it stays the same. So our slope, 5/2. Our y-intercept is 0. Hopefully you guys were yelling at me. That's a -8. So which turns to a -4. It's solid. And then we shade below. So we're starting at 5, right there, -4/2. And we go +5/2. +5/2. Down 5/2. And then draw your line. You guys should be using a ruler. And we shade below. Okay? Okay, well that's going to be it for Algebra 1, Chapter 6.5 Notes, Part 1. Now if you have any questions and you're having trouble deciding if it's solid or dashed, if you're shading above or below, come see Ms. Carranza or myself because we would love to help you out. Otherwise, thanks for watching, guys.